All the time. The campfire sound.
My question is directed to Lori. This is a little off topic, so I apologize in advance.
Okay, nice to have you.
I'm a Metal Gear fan. And I want to know if you had any insights or anything to say about playing one of the most important characters in the entire series. And so that's too on topic when we hear the boss try to kiss with Squidward.
What the boss would say to Squidward?
Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh.
Family friendly. Family friendly.
Yes.
Good luck with that.
I'd like to recruit you, but I'm not sure you could handle it. Are you man enough for the job?
I can handle it. I'm just scared of you.
Because you could be my mentor, but you're going to have to... I can't.
Mentor?
I'd like you to be my protege, but I need you to stop wiggling around so much. You get what I mean?
I can't be a protege. I have to be the conage.
So when that takes care of that.
It'll be a short episode, actually.
My question is for both of you, actually. Like Rodger, I am not from California. I live in a town that basically, if you want to act, you gotta leave. So, I was wondering, do you have any advice for marketing yourself as a voice actor so that way you don't just look like just another out-of-towner who is trying to make it big and that you guys never gonna make it kind of thing?
I do. Once upon a time, no. First of all, there is great theater here, and there are local regional agents for voiceover. Are you doing voiceover or theater or both or?
Voiceover.
Great. So there's the Umber agency. There's lots of agents that are in town. So I think the main thing is to always be practicing your craft. Maybe it sounds like you probably are. You should be, and you will. And so, the most important thing is to be doing that. Truth be told, is if you want to do like animation, that really does take place in Los Angeles, right? But there's plenty of commercials and audiobooks and narration and all that kind of stuff. You can be getting agents like in Chicago and Denver and obviously Atlanta and all that kind of stuff. So really market yourself. First of all, when people say, I said this at a panel yesterday, you don't have to have a good demo. Yeah, you do. You have one chance to make the first impression, so your demo has to be great. And like I coach, you can Skype with any of the coaches if you feel like in New York or here in Atlanta. Do your research and find out who's good. Train. Stay in improv class. Just stay creative. Stay creative doing something so that your skills are sharp. So that your demo reflects your pictures, your website, all of your materials stay current, look like you, sound like you are the best you. You know what I mean? The best versions of you. So that your materials are good. And so that when you meet that person and you say, hey, click on this, here's my MP3, right? Someone goes, oh, wow, that's great. It can't be half-assed, it's got to be great. And so that you feel good about it, and it's simple and clean and all that kind of stuff. And then there is work to be had. So you do simple, non-obnoxious, marketing. You say, hey, can you pass this on? Hey, Cindy, you're with blah, blah, blah agency. Would you mind passing my stuff on? If she says no, your friend Cindy, of course this is hypothetical. And she says, no, I'm new with them, I don't feel comfortable yet, or like I'm not crazy about my agent. Great. But if they are, great. And then you just let go of the results, right? Because we don't have the power over all that stuff. And then you just keep trying with the next one and the next one. So that would be my thoughts on that.
And technology has changed so much in the past several years with the invention of both the computer and the internet, the proliferation of both of those things, that it has enabled people in their closet with their iPhone in Iowa to audition. And there's a lot more non-union stuff, unfortunately for us. So we are auditioning against a lot more people these days, which is good for the people trying to get into the business. Not so good for us people who are already there. But there is so much more opportunity now. Plus, there's different things, not only promos, but the internet and video games, and there's a lot more avenues for you to pursue in the voice acting sort of realm. So the main thing is, as I said before, pursue it. And you don't have to go to the large metropolitan areas as much anymore. Darn it.
I have a question for both of you. I'm just curious if Shaquille O'Neal was to make an appearance on the show, would he be working at the shop market or would he be working at?
I think he's very handsome and he's tall and he's big, so he would be my date. He'd be my choice to work at the Krusty Krab because I'd probably see him more often for sure.
I think the ceiling at the Krusty Krab is a bit higher.
Well, they would just have Daddy make a big hole in it so we could be comfortable.
Yeah, he would be there.
Yeah, for sure. Great question.
I was wondering if either of y'all actually knew the secret Krabby Patty formula.
We actually knew the Krabby Patty formula.
It's love.
No, we really don't.
Don't care.
I was wondering what happened to Pearl's mom.
We don't know what happened to Pearl's mom because you know what? It's always a surprise. It's always a secret, and it's also we don't know what happened before Daddy. We don't know what happened. We don't know what kind of man he was because he's a clean man now. He's a cleaned up guy. He's on the straight and narrow except for being cheap.
2 words, SeaWorld. And she volunteered for it.
Speak up,
The origin of the My Leg Line is like why it's released so many episodes.
That is done by one of our writers who does the voice of Plankton. And he, like many of us who are doing group things, will do what's called a button, like a Danny Man. And everybody's doing blah, 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 and then when everything dies down, you jump in with that last thing and you know it's going to be heard. And he did that early on, and it just caught on. Stephen Hillenburg just loved it, so he kept it in wherever possible. Yeah, he even amended it recently. He had a character that got set on fire or whatever, and he went, his eyes were like on fire. He said, "My legs, my eyes too, but mostly my legs." Yeah, that's one of his contributions, and Mr. Lawrence, which is his actual official name.
Yes, not Doug. but
Not
Mr.
Doug.
Lawrence.
He is back writing some of the episodes, and
He's twisted, so
he
those
is
episodes
twisted.
are awesome.
I keep asking him when I see his episodes, did you write this in an opium den? He used to be the post-production for one of his episodes called Whirly Brains, where you send off to this thing, and the kid opens his head and you attach it to your brain, and it has a beanie. And by remote control, you take your brain out and fly like a drone your brain. It was the most bizarre thing and hilarious stuff. We were just cracking up the ADR. So yeah, he's turning into he's being given his lead. He can do what he wants to now.
Great.
Yeah.
Such cool, weird episodes that are awesome and family friendly out for this show.
Absolutely, so far.
First off, I'd like to say the episode that declared Squidward my favorite character was when he was an art teacher in common class. I thought it was hilarious. My question is, why the clarinet? It's not necessarily an instrument that I would consider egotistical.
That is something I can't explain. It's just one of the things that Stephen put into the show, and he even personified it in a very strange way. I sleep with my clarinet. Not that it should go any further than that. You have to dance carefully when you talk about that topic. I have no idea why the clarinet. Could have been drums, as far as I know.
Or the cymbals.
Cymbals.
Or the, no, I don't remember.
I'd just like to thank you guys. It's been one of my favorite shows since I was a little kid. I was wondering if, that's a question for both of you, who your favorite voice actor to work with would be?
Well, you know,
Each other.
Yeah, no, each other. Of course. Immediately covered that was Tom, I think, is one of the most prolific actors. You know, he does a lot of the characters in the show. The French narrator, he does Gary, he does the sounds of the jellyfish, he does lots of different things. And here now, directing the show also.
His wife is on the show,
Yes.
Jill. You guys know that she's carrying the computer. You guys know that? Jill Talley.
Yeah.
She's wonderful.
Everybody's wonderful on the show. But he is the person that I think is perhaps the most prolific of all people, and the most enjoyable to work with too.
You know, do you guys know Charlie Adler? He's like my mentor. Charlie Adler, we have 10 minutes left, so you can look IMDb and he is like one of my heroes. He's just nuts.
Yeah,
and he's
nuts.
so free. And so back to that question of like, in terms of like, is there work here kind of thing. I mean, I'm paraphrasing, but that was the gentleman who asked that. But he's so free. And so I did a show called SWAT Cats when I first moved to Los Angeles. Thank you. And I was like on a show with like Frank Welker and Charlie Adler and Mark Hamill. I was like, my God. And so, but they're all so free. They're all just like, they're just like fearless, you know. So I just kind of learned to be like, well, you know, the heck with it. I'm just going to be that way too, you know. But I love those guys. And same with him. It's like, I love just like these fearless guys and gals who are just like, you know what, you can always pull it back in. I love Richard Morgan. I love Gray Griffin. I love Tara Strong. I love Cree Summer. I love Minnie Sterling. I love working with Lorraine Newman. I love working with Jess Marnell. I love working with Rob Paulson's insane. And I love working with Quentin Flynn, who's my buddy. I love working with David Soboff. I hope that makes some sense.
I just love working.
Yeah.
But she's absolutely right about Charlie Adler. I have to emphasize that. Someone did an interview on him once, and he had this phrase: "How do you approach coming to work?" He said, "You have to come on fire."
Yep.
You can always pull it back, but put it out there. You're doing animation, you're doing craziness, then do it. You know.
And the stakes are always higher in animation, so it's not a matter of being louder necessarily, but that's why, you know, kids and adults alike, right, like animation and becomes sort of questions of should help.
I thought it was about being louder.
Yeah, but so the stakes are high in animation, right? So that's why it's so fun to watch, right? It's just like, I need to go to the wall now! You know, so that's why everything is so fun.
The animators, the head animator, Vince, started actually videotaping some of us in there because
Right.
we don't stand at, like this. We are all over the place.
We have no right to make fun of John. We do the same thing.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
we do the same thing, and it's actually entertaining.
Yeah.
Next question.
Well, first of all, I just want to say it's awesome to see you guys here, been watching the show since 1999. So we'll be able to talk to you, and my question for both of you is, did you send it to Wombo? They just said it to Wombo.
I don't think that's a word.
Oh, don't be silly. I wombo, she wombos, he, it wombos. And meanwhile, I'm being held in his hand as a action figure. I'm saying, I wonder if a fall from this height would be enough to kill me. One of my favorite ones.
Which, by the way, that episode, when he comes across the Mermaid Man's utility belt and starts doing the rays on Squidward, they would go different weird stuff to me, like with no skin or whatever.
Ow!
That's when, and each time I had to scream. That was the first time that I ever screamed on a show, and I tried to give a different scream every time. That's when they discovered that I could scream, and that after that point, they made me scream in every episode. Which is one of the things that is so cathartic about this show for me. So much fun.
Do you have any hobbies outside of Spongebob?
Cars. Yes, I'm
Dogs, animals.
Dogs in
Taking
cars.
care of dogs.
Taking care of cars.
I like to make jewelry. I like jewelry. I like making jewelry. I love taking care of dogs, making sure that they don't, that people are always nice to them and take very good care of them. And I love dancing. I love taking dance class, and I love dancing. I love dancing.
I love making jewelry for dogs and teaching them how to in my car. It's a wonderful sounding guy.
Being that it's very fun and superheroes are so very common, What were your thoughts when we first heard about the League of Super Acquaintances?
Say the last part of that question, sorry?
What was your first thoughts when you heard about the League of Super Acquaintances?
I'm not sure I have heard about
I'm
it.
so sorry.
Is it a part of our show?
Yeah, it was SpongeBob. Yeah, we were
Oh, yeah, the volcano guy from there. I just forgot that was the name of it, yeah.
112, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, it was great fun to be able to do that. It gave us something else to do. And of course, Squidward gets lava in his face. So it's always
It's a
painful.
great facial, love
It's
facial.
always fun.
5 minutes.
5 minutes, we'll answer fast.
This question is for both of you. So, since you're probably more recognized for your voice than your face, do you ever meet a fan that you have to prove to them that you are the character you said you are?
I've come across that many times.
All the time.
I was in a store once and I was buying some. I have the biggest collection of SpongeBob merchandising in the world. I call it my museum. And I was in a store buying some stuff, and he said, "Oh, you must like SpongeBob." And I said, "In the character." "Yeah, I do. I like it a whole lot." And he went, "That's pretty good."
Okay, so I am actually writing a show, which is hilarious, about this very notion, so I'll just answer that briefly. And, but I do a lot of on camera. So like today I've been recognized for like a whole bunch of weird miscellaneous shows that I've been on. But I will say also from another show that I do, Family Guy, that everyone's like, you know, because that's really more of my natural speaking voice, right? I was like, go through the grocery store and she's like, "Are you Diane Simmons?" I'm like, "Yes, I am." So really asked to do the voice, and just flying from Los Angeles to here, I was taking another great voice actress who I love, Courtney Taylor. I was taking pictures for her, so I made my luggage just like this much over. And of course nowadays, right, like your luggage is like, that'll be $1,200, you know, your luggage is over. And so I was like, "Do you have kids or grandkids?" And sometimes I use the term. And he said, "Yes, I do." He's such a cute guy. And I said, "Can I leave you a message, you know, a voice memo or whatever for your daughters or granddaughters?" And he said, "Yes." And he's like, and I was like, "Hi, Kendra, it's really nice. Your dad is really awesome. And I really do really well in school this year. You're the best." And he's like, "Go ahead, you can get it for free."
One of the cool things is we've done so many DVD extras that
Yeah.
are on camera that I actually do get a little bit of recognition, and I don't do a whole lot on camera. So yeah, as things go on, there's a little bit of ID.
I have 3 quick questions.
I was wondering how familiar you guys were with SpongeBob the Musical, and how much you guys were part of that creative process.
I have heard so many good things about this.
So many good
I am
things.
so jealous that I'm not Squidward on that stage. But I couldn't do it, 8 shows a week. There's no way to do Broadway. But
And I am a singer.
Oh, I am sure we all sing.
I know we all sing, but it's a totally different entity, so we're
Yeah.
not, you know,
Yeah.
we are not involved in that, but
It
we're
is absolutely.
yes, so it's supposed to be like amazing.
Yeah.
So thank you for that good question. So we'll
Yeah.
all have to go to New York and see it.
keep tabs on this. This is going to be something good.
And I think we'll be at the premiere.
Yeah, we'll be there. Yeah.
Put me on stage, Tony.
Can we get the last 2 questions?
Yes.
I can't put this opportunity pass without asking, is mayonnaise an instrument?
Oh.
No, mayonnaise is not an instrument. Horseradish is not an instrument either. You got that in your film.
I get asked that question all the time.
I do too, and I don't know why.
It's just fun to say. Ow! My technique.
What do you guys think about Handsome Squidward?
Handsome Squidward. One of the most bizarre episodes ever. And it's the one 8x10 that sells the best. Hello, handsome.
I think it's good. I think Rodger's very, very handsome, and I've been standing next to him, and I get to stand next to him until Monday. You're here till Monday, right?
Yes. And I'm in love with Laura.
So there we go. You guys, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Where's my camera? I want to take a picture of you guys. Is that okay? Okay, so he's gonna take a picture of you guys, so you'll, maybe, what's a good thing they can do, give us like a peace sign or? Oh, yeah, hold on. Oh my gosh, I love it.